Hey, you guys are going to be so sick of seeing my face by the time this class is over. I am so sorry. Look, let me explain a little bit more about the class. One, uh, I'm totally new to this LMS. Now, they used to call it Moodle. Now I think it's called My Courses. It's a learning management system, LMS. So it's the first time I've set up a class in this one. And I have tons of experience in an LMS called Canvas, which is used at a lot of places. And I have experience in a couple more before that. So I'm figuring it out. But I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to probably make mistakes in setting due dates and when things open, and I will, who knows. If you think you found a mistake, please let me know as soon as possible so that I can fix it so that no one else has to deal with it. And then also, because I'm new to this particular LMS, I'm going to be very little help if you have a tech question. You're going to have to go to the help desk or the IT people or whatever you're supposed to do. I can't remember off the top of my head at this college. This is my first semester teaching at BRCC, so but I have tons of experience teaching elsewhere. My wife and I are building a house here in Brevard, and when we're up at the house site, we have no cell service and currently no internet connection, although that's going to change sometime soon. But that means that if we're up there working, I can't respond to anything because I don't get anything. But I promise, as soon as we get back into an area with service, I will endeavor to fix any mistakes you found and answer any questions you have. It is always a good idea to use the student question and discussion forum, which is right here where my cursor is, to ask questions that perhaps fellow students can answer. This class is no, a normal 3 credit hour class, online class. The students are supposed to be putting in between 6 and 9 hours a week on the class. That's reading and watching things and the lessons and homework and etc. This being an 8-week class, it almost doubles that. So be prepared to put a bunch of time in. I mean, if it doubled it, it would be 12 to 18 hours a week on this class alone. I don't think we're going to get to those numbers, but when we start watching shows, that's going to add a bunch of time in. And when you have to read scripts, that's going to add a bunch of time in. All right. Most discussions in this class, including Flipgrid discussions, will have 2 due dates. This is just a heads up, and it's probably not a shock to you. But the first due date is going to be 3 or 4 days after it opens, and that will be for your initial post or your initial thing, your initial video in Flipgrid, and then there'll be 3 or 4 days time then for people to respond to those, because in a lot of discussion forums, a lot of forums, you want people to say something and then also respond to it. It won't be for quite all of them, but most of them. And then because this class is starting on a Wednesday, our week is basically going to be Wednesday to Wednesday, which is a little odd, I know, sorry, but that's how it's going to go. Now, looking at the class, this is basically what you're going to see when you open it up. You've probably already opened it up and gone through these things here, and now this video is going to be posted here in the how it works, and there's a video about meeting me and etc. And you'll just go on down the page, and then up here you can go to the next unit, next whatever you want to call it, and there are some things that you should do first. This is syllabus confirmation quiz. this questionnaire about streaming services. The solo confirmation quiz, notice the due date for that one's a little later. But for this, you probably won't be able to get into these lower things until you've done the upper things. I'm trying to have it set up so that it goes, you have to do one after the other. Please note the August 23rd date there, or you will be dropped from the class if you don't complete that. And after you get done with that, you come into the first unit. And the first unit shouldn't open until you get all that getting started stuff done, and then again you will just work your way down from the top, work your way down through all these things from the top. Yeah, and then after you do that, the next unit should open, and then it'll go like that. Now, some of these, generally speaking, each week there's going to be 2 units, and then the next 2 units won't open till the following Wednesday, and the next 2 units won't open till the following Wednesday. I don't think it. There are some students who just want to blaze through an entire class in the shortest period of time. And I don't believe that's good for learning. I don't think that's good for retaining knowledge. So I'm purposefully slowing you down if you're one of those people. And I'm sorry, this is already way too long a video, but there you go.